Greetings, Commanders. How are we all today? I am Stephen Benedetti, one of the community managers here on Elite Dangerous, and this is Paige Harvey.
Hi.
Another community member on Elite Dangerous. It's lovely to see you all in our Monday lunch live streams. However, we do have one problem that we are unable to connect to Mixer. So if anybody is trying to watch us on Mixer,
they can't hear this.
They can't hear this. So this is completely pointless. But if you have friends and you know they're trying to watch us, you know, let them know that you can come over here and watch us on either YouTube or Twitch. We do apologise for the inconvenience. Restream, just the data wasn't getting sent at all.
Yes.
So hello everybody on the chat. So we've got Ben Moss Woodward, Stephen and Paige. That is us. That's the lovely.
And Stephen is here, he says.
Oh, and Stephen is here, and me.
Wait,
yes.
you're both? There's two Stephens?
There's a thing where people are trying to say my name as much as humanly possible, and this is from the Lave Radio live stream that we did on Thursday night.
Right. I've just seen a bunch of people calling you Ben recently, and I've been really confused by it.
That could be because of something else as well. This came from that. So I think I can't pronounce that name, but they want to marry you.
I'm already married, actually.
Sadly.
I'm not wearing a ring right now because it's being reset or being fixed. But, yeah.
That's code name for lost. So we've got in the chat today, we've got Very Drunk Russian, Intarius Fusion, Yon Wu 12, Neil James, Zach, Pete Longman, Was 48, Ben Moss Woodward, as we said already.
Yeah, you did.
And Orange Phoenix, John McDonald. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. So, as you've noticed on the Mondays, we're trying to kind of show off a wee bit of news and have a wee bit of a general chat with everybody on these live streams.
Just a wee bit.
So, just a wee bit. So, just always a wee bit. Always
Just
a wee bit. So, if you have any questions, Ben, I'm not Ben. So Ben's asking, hang on, Stephen is Ben, I'm not Ben. Yes. My surname is Benedetti, and especially when I go into a Starbucks, I'll go in and I won't say Stephen with a PH, because then they've always got some funny person who puts the PH in capital, or they'll write Stephen and then with a PH.
Or
Stephen. So then what I'll do is I'll just say my nickname Benny, because I used to get called Benny. So, because Benedetti. So I'm not stealing your name, but that's how that all comes from. It's a long story, a long roundabout story to do that. But I hope you're all doing well on Monday. And as I said, this first segment is us kind of giving us some news of what's going on in the game, what's going on with the community. And if you have any questions, please let us know, because we're going to show off some stuff. That's good. So we're going to start off with one really exciting thing, which I know you're looking forward to.
Am I getting another cat?
No, she's not getting another cat, because that's
a problem.
I wouldn't wish that upon anyone. So what we've got is, as you may have seen, is that there is the charity auction going on just now. So with the auction for, we've now got an auction for our 24-hour live stream, which will be with Games Blast 20.
Yes.
Which, if you don't know, the charity auction started last Thursday on the 6th of February, and it will run until this Thursday, and it will close at 4 p.m. UTC.
Yes.
And if you want to go over, there is a Google form that you go over, and you can check it out in our forums. You can go in, you can bid on prizes, and we have a list of prizes there.
Yes.
Do you want to read them out, Paige, or can you not read them?
I can read
sure
them. Hold on, let me just. Yeah. So dinner with the developers, as we often do. So you can come and rub elbows with some wonderful people. We'll have a bunch of Planet Zoo things. So we've got some signed Gamescom artwork, we've got some live stream artwork, got some pillows, custom hoodie being designed by the team, which is super cool because
really
nobody else will be able to buy it. It's very pretty. And then there'll be things like a Planet Coaster custom hoodie as well, a Jurassic merch bag full of stuff.
Good goodie bag
Then
stuff.
for Elite Dangerous, you've got a unique Anaconda iridescent silver paint job, so you'll be the only person who ever owns that. And one for the Asp Explorer as well. But then quite a lot of time we get people saying, I want to name a starport or a planet or a system, you know, all that kind of thing. But you can now bid to do that as well. Yeah. So for the person who asked me the other day on Facebook page, please rename a system Dodge so I can say I'm getting out of Dodge. You can now bid to do that and support some charity and support special effects while you get out of Dodge.
Yes, it's a fantastic charity to do that, and all of these stuff are bespoke. They're unique, and you will never ever get them again. Even the iridescent silver paint jobs for the Anaconda and Asp Explorer, that nobody's ever going to get them in the future or now. So this is where you can go and bid, and it's all for charity. So please go over and put your bids in. That'll be fantastic. So we do have a couple of questions in the chat. The first one is, can you tell us anything about Q2 or any sneak bits about the fleet carriers? No, we cannot say anything at this time, but please be aware that we are working on it, and as soon as we can tell you, we will sing it from the rooftops.
There is only one thing we can tell you, and that is information about fleet carriers will be coming at some point after the 24-hour
so this was another point, is that there's a whole thread
so
that's now been made.
It won't be 3 minutes after. It might not even be a week after.
Yeah.
You might have to wait, but it will be a little while. Not too long that you'll forget it's happening, but a little while after. So yes, there will be information coming. It is actually pretty soon. Just need you to hold your horses for a little bit. Let us do some great stuff for charity first.
Yes.
And then we can get back into that.
Yeah, so like Ben, I think Sam said, when will we see the new content? We will let you know as soon as possible, and we will be shouting about that as soon as possible. And there's a whole thread that's about you and Will, like snippets coming in, going, they said this. It will be after. It will be the announcement about it and different stuff will be discussed after the charity live stream.
And it's not soon TM; it's a legitimate soon, but. Yes, just wait, just be patient. You'll see about it sooner rather than later.
Orange Phoenix is asking, is Will off today? He is not. He's in. He's very busy though.
He's just in a ton of meetings.
If you want to ping me over a message, please just hit me up on Discord or anything, and I will look into that for you.
Mondays are notorious for meetings for any company.
Straight in, off the go. And there was another thing in the chat. You have a bit of news yourself, don't you?
I do.
Well, I wish we had like some like things we could do, and I could have
I'll just dive under the table. Done.
So yeah, what's your news, Paige?
My news is I'm leaving Frontier. I am. Don't cry. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Here, have the sheep ears. Here you go. So I am leaving Frontier. My last day is actually next Saturday during the 24-hour live stream. So the minute that the cameras turn off for that, I'll also be leaving the building. So if you do want to come and say goodbye, if you can throw some money at Special Effect and help support a charity I personally love and an ambassador for, then that would be awesome. But if not, you'll still see me about. I'll still be on Twitter and all over the internet and probably annoying people like this.
Look, everybody's saying lovely things. They don't want you to go. They're all sad. It is sad because you've been here for such a long time.
4 years,
For 4 years, you're a staple. Everybody knows who you are, and you won't be forgotten, but you'll surely be missed. I just remember when I first joined. I think the first thing that I was introduced to you as was, this is Paige. She's the office guinea pig because you just keep making noises while you're working. And that was like my first introduction to Paige.
Yeah, Dale always used to say that I swallowed a puppy because I hiccup and it's very loud.
It is very much.
I won't turn back into Commander Normandy, no, but Commander Normandy will always be a part of me.
Yes, there's always as you move forward.
I have the Normandy team on my arms.
So another thing from the news is that, as you know, we had some changes to the balancing of supply and demand for minerals and commodities, and there was a bit of chat about that going on. I have posted in the forums and sent updates out of the changes that were made, but one of the things that did get changed last Thursday, was we found out there was actually an issue with the economy types demanding low temperature diamonds. So economy types that shouldn't have been demanding them were demanding them. So obviously it does state in the game that low temperature diamonds are consumed by tourism, high-tech, industrial and refinery economies. So it was doing another one. So we have put a fix out for that. That was on Thursday, so you shouldn't be seeing that anymore, which makes a wee bit better. It was an issue that we saw because of everybody's feedback, and again, thank you for your feedback on that matter.
Well, that's the point of balancing, though. Things will always be up and down, and you know, you have to keep looking at things because anything can change. And obviously, Elite Dangerous is a game that's based on ticks, so there's ticks every day, ticks every Thursday, where things change and things happen, and so we keep rebalancing it as we go. So if you do see issues, let us know. It's probably nothing to panic about, and we will sort of rebalance them and rework them.
Yeah, definitely. And what's really nice is Orange Phoenix Sagittarius, I will keep a co-pilot's alive.
Thank you very much.
You've got a long-standing
don't you worry, Sagittarius. I have 2 cats, so I'm sure I can send you another co-pilot's article at some point if you want me to for Titan. Yes,
and now we're going to move over to the community news. So the quite interesting thing about the community news is that it's basically focused on what you guys are talking about, what you guys are doing in the Elite Universe world. So we've got a really interesting one. As some of you may have remembered, back in our Thursday stream, we did a Operation Hot Mess with the Hutton Orbital Truckers, which was really fun. And the aim of the goal was that people throughout the galaxy had mods.
Yes.
Which we had to then go and deliver all these mugs to each station, the planners. So we actually have an update from that. So the total mugs of this morning when I looked, the total mugs delivered were 24,263 out of 55,260 stations, which is 43.91% of the galaxy that have mugs, which is phenomenal.
That is a lot of mugs.
A lot. It's growing, it's growing, it's growing. They're doing an absolutely fantastic job. Congratulations, everybody who has came in and helped out with that. I mean, I did the first one with the accredited astronaut, and it was a lot of fun. And then the total systems, we would say, so another kind of statistic that you get off of the site is that there is 7,973 of 20,609 systems that have been filled with mugs.
Wow.
So that's 38.69%. That's amazing. For the mug.
Wow, for the mug.
Loving it. So, and the reason that I wanted to highlight is because I wanted to lead on to this another segue of, I don't know if some of you may know, but there is 2 mugs travelling around the world right now, and they are going to the Arctic and coming back.
Yep.
So we have spoke about it in the newsletter, we have spoken a few times. I got this wee piece of information from, I think it was Vantian sent me it through, and basically the Aurora Australis, if you don't know, this is a boat that's going out to the Arctic to basically try and find out things from climate change. They're sending in like wee pods, and they're going to try and, because what they can do right now is, recently they've only been, I spoke to a biologist about this, they've been measuring the top temperature of the ocean to try and find out with climate change. But now what they're doing is they are putting these kind of like bubbly things in, and then they're trying to gauge the kind of middle part. So they're doing that. But there's an update from the Aurora Australis. It seems to be all going well. So they sailed 2 mugs from Tasmania. They did some science to do with phytoplankton also.
Phytoplankton, yes.
They arrived, got quarantined due to possible mods, which was actually the terrible coronavirus that's going on.
Just in case.
Had to treat all humans contact with those in Davis Station as not breeding seals. And then they offloaded supplies, did some stooging, and they had a good time, and it was a bit snowy, so they went a bit mad. And this is one of the reasons why I really, really wanted to talk about. They got a bit snow mad, and they did this fantastic. This is why I wanted to bring this whole thing. They actually brought in a whole mug, and if you want the full rundown of what is happening over there, you can head over to our forums, and I'll just throw it in the chat. You can head over to our forums here and go check that post out, but not right now. Stay and watch the stream. Do it after the stream.
Or just open it in a second tab.
Open it in a second tab. You can multitask. So not only that was so from going around the world, we've also had some amazing, like with the charity that we are doing here, we see a lot of people doing such amazing things in our community. So I'm sure a lot of you have heard of Commander Exigeous. If you've not, Commander Exigeous is one of the commanders who has a wealth of knowledge and does great tutorial videos. He does them on his YouTube, and they also recently set up a website called ED Tutorials.
Along with other commanders.
He does not.
Like us to mention, it's not just him.
It's not just him. It's just if you know his name, it's from these. He does it with other commanders. He has a lot of help from these guys. But on Friday, he has a show that is basically Friends on Friday, and he gets people on. And this Friday had an amazing stream with a commander named Jerry Faris, who is a disabled gamer who was born with spinal muscular atrophy.
Yes, type 2 I believe, not type 1. Type 2 lives a lot longer, which is fantastic.
So he basically brought him on stream because he found out that Jerry plays just with voice tag.
Yes, he does.
Because he cannot do controls. Can't have VR. His neck's not able to do that. So he does it all in voice attack, and they've got a really cool video. They've got the show, the whole episode, but a really cool part of it where he actually docks just using voice attack.
Which is pretty awesome.
Which is amazing to do. I mean, that's amazing that people can kind of pull that together.
Now, you have to say this next bit quietly because he doesn't know all about it yet.
Know all about what?
He doesn't know all about the GoFundMe yet.
And if you don't know, if you want to check it out, there is a GoFundMe page to try and help out because his computer is a wee bit older and stuff like that. So Commander Exigeous and his crew came together and they've done an amazing thing and put a GoFundMe page together, which I actually have the link for.
Yes. They're trying to get hold of, a better PC in its entirety, which Commander Exegius plans to build himself and get sent along. That's the bit he doesn't know yet. So shh. But they're looking to get him a better microphone, because obviously when you do have, physical troubles, any kind of crumpling in your chest can make your voice weaker, so you'll want to be careful of that. So you're going to need a better, stronger microphone to pick up everything that you say. So he needs a better microphone, so they're going to work on that. Anything that they can get to help make his gaming experience better, they will. So if you want to help him out, go watch the video, Commander Exegius' video, and there will be a link to a GoFundMe in there if you want to help him out. And his name is Commander Gracchus in game.
And for the link to Commander Exegius' channel, if you want to catch up the rest of that stuff, I've just popped that in the chat. You can go over and check out his videos. He's got great videos on there.
And Jerry's website as well. If you just search Jerry Farris Gamer on sort of Google or wherever you want to go to, his website is absolutely fantastic. He's been through a lot of adversity and come out just on the other side completely just strong, and he's still going and defying every odd that ever comes his way. He's very cool guy.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a fantastic news. So congratulations, that was brilliant. And then another thing recently that came out was this Thursday's live stream.
Oh.
So if you did not check it out, it's still on our YouTube. Please check it out. It was,
Do you mean last Thursday's live stream?
Last Thursday's.
No, this
That's what I said.
Cool. You said this Thursday.
I said last Thursday.
You said this.
I definitely said.
Let's not argue.
Okay. Last Thursday. So last Thursday's live stream, we had a featured commander with the phenomenal, the absolutely hilarious Lave Radio, and with a guest appearance of El Scorpio, which was it was so much fun to have these guys on. They were amazing. And it was just incredible. But from that, we were doing a kind of race, and we were all talking. And as we were talking about it, we were trying to do this. I didn't get to complete it, but it's now called the Benedetti Brandy
that
Ball.
That doesn't surprise me.
No, it was called. Well, they were. It made it more difficult. Got my hull breach and everything. But if you want to get yourself, if you saw the Thursday live stream, if you go back and watch it, it looks a lot of fun. You can go play it now. There's rules that was set up by the Live Radio guys. Phoenix the Fire has posted that on our events thread, so it is actually here. I will pop it in the chat, and it is a lot of fun. So you can see all the rules there. But basically, the basic long short of it is that we have Lavian Brandy, and you've got to get to all of these different stations that in the galaxy that start with all of the ports you need to go have Stephen in them. If you watch their show, you'll know they've got this joke about saying my name like
yes,
times.
they do.
And from that, so what you're supposed to do is you get your 20 tons of cargo of Lavian Brandy.
Yep.
You need to have a pirate team that will have ships, and they'll try and catch you and like pull you out. And every time that they interdict you, then you have to basically jettison a cargo. Now there is other rules there, but the idea is to try and get to the end
with
as much Lavian Brandy as you can, but each port that you go to, you need to sell a Lavian Brandy. So it's like a race there to the end. So they've got some rules on here, and they've got two different versions. They've got the standard game route, which is playable in about an hour, and they have the Benedetti Brandy Bar Steward Ball, which is the route for the advanced players.
Got it.
So this is really exciting. It was a lot of fun. So if you want to go check it out, I have put the link in the chat.
Very cool.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun for that. And I think other than that, there's not much. There's nothing else. There's loads else to do, but that's going to be our top highlights for today, because I'm just going to keep gibbering on. But we're also wanting to highlight some amazing screenshots.
Yes.
So can you tell us a wee bit about Stellar Screenshots, Paige?
So last year we saw so many people sort of messaging us going, I took all these amazing screenshots, how do I send them to you? And I was just sort of like, I don't know, because a lot of my time is spent on our social channels, and going through everything trying to find all the right screenshots was taking forever and meant I didn't get to see all the coolest ones. So we set up hashtag Stellar Screenshots, which you can use on Instagram or Twitter, anywhere that you can use a hashtag really, and that will get all of your Elite Dangerous screenshots into the right place, and most importantly in front of my eyes,
in front of your face,
for a little while longer, and then Stephen's eyes probably.
And then
but that way we get to go through all of the coolest sort of screenshots you guys have taken and highlight possibly some people we wouldn't have seen before.
Yeah, so. and that's one of the things that's really cool about Elite Dangerous, is that the galaxy is stunning, and some people have such amazing photography skills, and they get these amazing snaps. So we wanted to show that off. So we'll start off
Yep.
with this one.
Commander Arborich, which is very cool. I love this one. It's so colourful. The other thing I will say as well, though, is sometimes when we share them, people go, those are photoshopped. Editing is allowed.
It's allowed.
If you want to go ahead and you want to do some really cool photo manipulations, go ahead. If it's not, in the game itself, we're never going to claim that it is entirely in-game. So.
Yes, and this is what Orange Phoenix is posting in the chat, so that's what the SPVFA are all about, and they are a fantastic group for all the photography that goes on in Elite Dangerous. If you've not got them yet, they are amazing.
They are very cool.
They have such fantastic screenshots. We just wanted to give it another opportunity to highlight it here as well, but they'll definitely be in amongst a lot of the shots that we show off.
Oh, very much so. There'll be lots of SPVFA, there'll be Gal Photo, there'll be all different kinds of groups that do all sorts of different things. But then there's going to be lots of commanders who aren't necessarily in a group, which is what we wanted to try and highlight.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, you've got Commander Arborich here, who always takes very cool shots.
Yeah, and this
always
is nice. It's got all the different ships together, isn't it? And it's just kind of going over Earth. It's kind of like a nice this is where we were from and this is where we are now.
Well, this was part of Arborich's recent expedition that he did with the Alchemy Den.
Oh, yes.
So he got loads of the ships together into a nice little pretty photo.
Oh, it's lovely,
which is cool. This next one's pretty fun.
This next one. Here we are.
Yeah. Commander Moonshine Jr. So obviously we did our live stream a little while ago in VR where we went to some of the Thargoid basey things on the floor and had a look at those. And I got Malik into, well, actually I know I made Malik cry, but that's close enough. It's fine. Stacey sends her regards. Stacey. But obviously you'll find places like this which have this just kind of ominous green mist, which is great because who doesn't love some green mist?
Green mist is awesome.
I mean,
and it looks like there's like a rocket ship going up there.
There is. I mean, that's just the galaxy, but that's fine.
Oh, talking about the galaxy.
Yeah, look at that. So that has
Shiny.
got to be... Well, with that star density, are we looking either towards sort of Colonia, but that'd be more purple. I'm not entirely
But
sure.
it's stunning. But look at all the stars in the
There's
sky.
a lot of
pull away
stars.
from it. It's like if you imagine you jumped in and you just saw that.
Yep.
Stunning, isn't it?
It is pretty cool.
Absolutely beautiful.
I mean,
shots.
if I'm going to be correct, I'd have to say you'd have to fly away from the sun because you can see the sun is actually in the background.
Yeah,
there.
I know
And
what
then
I'm
you have
saying.
to
You
put the
would be in
planet
the wrong
front
bit.
of
I'm
it.
just saying, imagine you jumped in and you saw that.
Well, if you did, then you'd have jumped into the wrong place,
I know,
wouldn't you?
I'm just saying. Mitch Uming has a question saying, what's up with the community goals? Where have they gone? We posted about a month or two ago back on our forums. Currently, right now, the community goals and interstellar initiatives are not being implemented. We're not doing them at the moment.
Yes.
At this time, and that is because we have been redistributing the workload in our team, and right now we're just not going to be focusing on that. But we will be. There's possibilities of focusing on the future. So
Never say never.
never say never. But right now we're not doing any community goals or interstellar initiatives at the moment of the time.
Of course, if we do start a new one up, it'll be sent out in all the usual places, all over the live streams and Twitter and Facebook and the forums and everywhere else.
We will keep you up to date.
We definitely will.
Of course, and thank you for the question. And next we have this one. I really quite like this one.
Phoenix 6-1. So we don't see a ton of shots from the inside of a ship because not a ton of people realise that when you go into camera mode, you can then use the presets to actually get different angles both inside and outside of the ship. You don't always have to free cam it. And if you go inside your ship, you can often get really cool shots like this.
Yeah, see it as it was going in. Because you had that in the VR as well. You were able to kind of look around and see it. And there's a lot of amazing detail in the ships. So it's nice to kind of have that and the sense of it coming up to, where is the Jameson's Memorial?
Yeah.
Which is iconic, obviously.
Of course.
Of course. Okay, so that's us for this the stellar screenshots, which, we've only got four of them this week, and we'll bring more of them next week, and we'll keep on doing that. So I think the next thing we need to do is actually play some Elite Dangerous.
Well, right then.
Let's do that, shall we? So while we are playing Elite Dangerous, please know that this is the time for you to ask us questions, to talk to us. We're here to talk back. So while Paige is flying about, I'll be on the chat. But yeah, it's been a really interesting time. And right now, what are you doing in Elite Dangerous?
So I have 2 accounts, and last week I was meant to be playing with my new baby account, but I accidentally forgot the login and had to play with my crate. So this time I remembered the login, and we are going to be continuing on my journey where I'm going to be going to Colonia. I know that's something you can do very fast if you want to, but I do not want to. I just want to go at my own speed. So right now we're going to start getting some money together, going to start getting up to a new ship, and start making our way towards Colonia.
So I've got a question, and then I've got some questions from the chat as well.
Right
so
then.
for you, starting off again, what do you think is the best way for you to like gain money? What is the easy? Not necessarily like what's the best way. Do you think there's no like set goal, but for you and your gameplay style, what do you enjoy doing to try and get that money up?
So what I will generally do is I don't tend to pick a place to work around. I don't try to find a route that has the best money. I always stop. I always look at the mission boards and try and find a bunch of stuff going to one place, and then I just pick one that I actually like the sound of. So like, these people want help getting some medicine. Well, that's a nice thing to do, so I will do that one. So it's pretty much just that simple. I'm not kind of grinding for anything specific. You would pick a bounty. Oh no, Forbes. And Willy Van Dong.
Willy Van Dong.
Oh.
He'd be assassinated.
Where's Osric? Osric, we found Willy Van Dong.
Van Dong has it coming. So
Yes.
there's another question as well. Is the fridge says controller?
Controller.
So you use the
Yes.
controller.
Well,
You use
that
the
way.
Xbox controller, don't
Yes,
you? Prefer to use
Xbox
it.
One controller, but I
'Cause you
used to
play on
use the
PC.
360. Yes.
Yeah, you play PC.
I play on PC and I use this. I do have my PS4 controller set up at home, actually, on my PC as well, because you can DS4 it if you want to.
Yes.
Which is pretty cool. Now, I won't be going to Colonia in a Sidewinder. No, that would be impossible because I'm already in a hauler, so that doesn't quite work. But I will be sort of making my way there and moving up to new ships and doing new missions and all this kind of thing as we go.
Cool.
Now.
So somebody said, Arbin Sparks has said, where's Paige off to? Where are you
So,
going?
well, I haven't really announced it yet because obviously I'm still here at Frontier, but I will just say that you should maybe go check out my Twitch channel and just wait a couple of weeks.
Yeah. See where you're going from there. So moving on to do different things. Commander Maskeen ECC.
Maskeen.
I don't know why I said that really. ECC, but ECC. Why the Galnet is dead since a month. So with the Galnet, again, this is another thing that we announced on our forums, was basically the Galnet is not dead. We have just minimised the content that we're putting in because we have tried to focus it on more in-game actions of what's going on. So when it was community goals and we had Interstellar Initiatives on the go, we were using it for that, but other things that are going on in the universe. So the Gallant is not dead, it's just its focus is just shift. We're just going to be focusing on that at the moment. And obviously over time this will change and develop.
Yep. So obviously with new game information, all this kind of thing, you know, say a new ship or any kind of big story event that's happening, you will still see it on Galnet.
And then Dietrich says, question, ask Malik to give you another VR session. This time Paige will not wear the headset. Why can Paige not wear the headset? I'd wear it.
I will always wear the headset.
We have the VR set up and we are totally down for doing more VR streams. Again, as these streams are always planned within the month around what we're doing. So if it comes to a point where we're like, yeah, let's go throw in the VR. It doesn't have to Paige. I might do it next time. Malik won't be on all the time, but it is good to have his feedback and knowledge, and he's got fantastic knowledge when it comes to VR headset ups. But if you do want to see more of him, go check him out.
Definitely, go check him out.
Because he's awesome. Just scratched your back.
Thank you, that was fun.
So, Colonia, Sidewinder, you've answered that
Yep,
one
no,
already.
not yet.
So, So, Orange Phoenix has said that he's recently been playing as a pirate with fellow streamers, and he's noticed that there's many issues with pirating at the moment. Is this something that's going to be addressed? So, like we did for the January update, we did a rebalancing of supply and demand of commodities, and pirating all the different game styles that we have, like combat, mining, why is that thing? Traveling, exploring, traveling. I couldn't get the word exploring out. They're always being looked into and adapted, and it's a constant process because this is a live game. So if you do have any problems with your pirating, please go over to the issue tracker. I'm going to fire it in the chat. So the issue tracker is the best place for us to communicate with the development team with your feedback, and obviously on the forums. We are always there looking over in the forums, so please put up any issues that you have on the issue tracker.
Some players as well will say, but somebody else has reported it, or I don't really want to report it because it takes time. The thing with the issue tracker is it's not just saying something's broken. What we need to know is what kind of machine are you using, what kind of networking are you using, what kind of software do you have any problems with your like DX diags. We need to know more about your specific circumstances, so we can actually work to fix them. Just because having an issue in game doesn't necessarily mean it's either the game, or it doesn't mean it's your computer. It might affect 100 people, it might affect just you. We need to be able to see who is affected and what seems to be being affected. Because, I mean, there's been issues before where certain controllers wouldn't work because a Bluetooth headset was connected.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily the game. It could be because of a certain platform. It could be because of a
certain
driver
setup,
out of date.
anything.
And that's the thing. If we see lots of people being affected, we need to be able to see who's running what.
Yeah, and another thing as well is if somebody else has already got it, don't make a new a duplicate issue of it. Go in and vote for their one to be upvoted, because then that's when we can see it more. Because in the September update, in the January update, our big focus was to fix a lot of bugs that were in the game, and we picked those bugs from the 20 top, well, not all of them, but most of them were decided to be fixed from the 20 top issue trackers. So
Yes.
it's the best way of using it for that. So Gus Haynes said, will PS5 be supported to its full potential, and will there be PSVR supported for the PS5? We have no information to provide right now on the PS5 or any next gen console, or with the PSVR support for our future for that. Please keep an eye on the forums. When we do have anything to announce on that, we will. But at this moment in time, we have no comment on it. So there's a really controversial question here. And it's from Striker8. Paige, how is your baking? So we're not allowed to talk about food anymore. We got loads of complaints. Everybody hated how we talked about food. Because I like food, and it gets to lunchtime where we get really hungry. So we're not allowed to talk about food, but I think I'll allow this one.
Right.
Paige, how is your baking?
It was, I mean, I made peanut butter cups, and they are super sweet, but everyone that's had one so far seems to be really happy.
Yeah.
So that's good. Just in regards to PSVR, however, though, I will just say that we do not have it in our current plans for PS4. We don't have any plans at this time to implement PSVR support.
Yes, I was just relating it to the PS5.
That's all right. That's why I thought I'd add in, because I figured that would be the next
good.
question.
That's very good to have.
Paige, having seen
Alec
fleet
John
carriers,
Turner says, I think your granite changes are a tragedy. We understand that.
Well,
we understand
will
that
write
there's.
that down.
We always feed you back. Anything that you guys do tell us, like your different comments about different situations in the game, stuff like that, we always appreciate it, and we do pass it on to the team. So, and like I said, this game is ongoing. It's always evolving and changing and adapting. You never know. One day it might come back. One day it might not. Paige, having seen Fleet Carriers, what are you most impressed with?
I'm impressed with your goal asking me that question.
Yeah, that's a good one. So Sean McKenna says, Paige, are you going to continue playing after you leave? And we were talking about this.
I actually will be, yes. I will be following the game with great fervour over the next year. And obviously, on further, there's lots of things I'm personally very excited for. So you'll have to wait and see.
So Jedrick, I don't want to not pronounce this name, but Jedrick
I don't want to not pronounce...
Pazak. I'm sorry if I've pronounced your name wrong. As you know, I'm Scottish, and English or any other language is difficult for me. Will CQC have any new content levels in Example in the future? Again, we do not have any information to provide at this moment in time on CQC or any changes or updates to it. And once we get closer to the future, if there are changes, we will let you know as soon as we can.
Sorry, I just stopped to investigate this thing because I found it and was just like, oh, this is cool. Yeah. This is a cropper owned by the Loan Sharks Mercenary Corporation.
Yeah, a cropper.
Yep. So as you can see, it's growing lots and lots of plants in these nice little circular growing here. Yes. It's cute. Right, anyway, that didn't need to come here. I just thought it was cool. Off I go.
You see the things and you stop, you go away.
Yeah, well, sometimes I just see something in the list and I'm like, I don't recognise that name. I want to go look at it.
Jack Little's asking Paige, have you considered, and hi Jack Little, Paige, have you considered signing up with LMPD?
I have not, but I don't think they could afford me.
Colin Ford says, why has the Elite Dangerous Galaxy missing G's?
Oh, because essentially, as you know from our lore streams, Earth had a lot of trouble with nuclear wars and all the cows were eradicated, as well as other milk-creating animals, so I'm afraid there's no cheese.
Yeah. Commander Maskeen ECC, I said it normally that time. By the way, it's great that CQC has been fixed and works on PS4 since the January patch. It wasn't expected since it wasn't the patch notes, so great frontier at this point. It was actually in the patch notes. I think we were saying that there was going to be balancing and issues to kind of help fix that and certain wee bits and bobs. So it wasn't like specifically just CQC's been focused, but it did help with that. Umbra Vorago said Scottish equals best English ever. I agree. I totally agree with that.
Somebody's changed my controls again. I'm going to have to just, I don't know, glue these to the table.
So Striker8 says, how's the weather? The weather is horrible here. It's like in the storm Kiara. Storm Kiara is just horrendous right now. It was
bad yesterday.
I live in a converted barn, so I've got like 2 beams coming over, and you can hear it creaking. Like as the wind blows, it's like.
Yeah.
That's my creaking sounds. And it's horrible. It's like, it's really, it's very bad. And there's trees falling everywhere. There was a guy in Bedford who got stuck in his car for 3 hours because a tree fell on top of him.
Oh.
Yeah, so it fell on top of his car and he was stuck there for 3 hours and they had to like get him out the other night. So
that's problematic.
It's really windy. It's actually annoyingly sunny though.
Yeah, it's actually weird at the minute. There's a freezing cold wind, but a hot sun. Mm-hmm. It's super uncomfortable. It's just not good.
Has anybody else been affected by? I feel like I'm doing like an advert. Have you been affected by Storm Kiara? If you have, just sit indoors and play Elite Dangerous.
Done.
I'm on brand. No, but if you are having any experiences with Storm Kiara, please be safe.
Yes.
Do not take your Sidewinder out when it's too windy. You may crash and the rebuy might not be affordable because you might crash into somebody else's ship.
Fair enough.
See?
Yes, and try not to take the train anywhere because that's not working. Just stay home. It's easier.
Umbra Vaga said we've got a Storm Sabine here. Lucky for me, I caught the flu and can't go to work.
Oh.
See, I thought that as well. I did wake up this morning going, please.
Umbra, you have our permission to order a takeout because you need to look after yourself.
I was like, please, can they put a red warning so I don't have to go to work? And I was like, everything's still windy, you can go to work. I'm like, no.
It's all right, you can work from home. We'll allow it. It's fine.
Yeah. Orange Phoenix says blizzards in Edinburgh. Yeah, I have seen that there is some horrendous weather up in Scotland. All of my heart goes out to the poor brave souls. But we're used to it. Have you seen that? There's a meme and it's like with Storm Kiara, and it's got English people, and they're like grabbing loaves of bread and milk and everything, pure panicking, and then Scottish people, and you see them, they're all like with umbrellas at the ice cream van getting an ice cream.
Yay!
So Colin Ford says, you mean there was Moo Apocalypse?
There was a Moo Apocalypse, yes.
Moo Apocalypse.
Very much so. Procedure 1 says, show us some content. Well, I am. I'm showing you Elite Dangerous. If you're asking for future content, then this is not something that we do on our Monday live streams. Yes. These are much more casual for us to have a look at what the community has done, to have a look at any news that we may have given over the last week, and to sort of chill out and just enjoy a Monday.
And this is what these Monday, like I said, we won't normally announce anything big on these Monday live streams. These are just chats. We want to see how you guys are doing. Like Procedure 1 says, you guys at least in open today. This is Paige's personal account, so we will not give her any death magic if she was destroyed. She'd have to suffer. So normally when we do these Monday live streams, to stop people ganking us, because we use our personal accounts at the moment, but it is something that we are starting to think about.
If you just look at the bottom of the screen, then that could be. It could be because I only play in open.
Yeah, are you in open?
I always play in open.
All right, well she has an open.
Yeah, and because I do often get killed, but that's fine.
It's fun. But the thing is, if it's something you guys want to see, is us doing Monday live streams in open. It's definitely something that we are interested in looking into. Just be aware, we will come. We'll be fully stripped. No, I'm joking. But if you do want to see that, please let us know. We're always happy to do that kind of stuff. I have to do the live radio fish dance. Paige, did you see the live radio fish dance?
No. Do I want to?
I don't even know if I have the video.
Oh,
so we had a fish song, the fish song from Live Radio, and it was just Will and I, and we were just doing.
Oh,
and we're doing it in sync, but we were doing it like one after the other. So I'm doing the dance, but it doesn't look as good without any music.
That's fine.
So I'm doing the dance.
So people are rallying the troops to come kill me. How about instead of killing me, you bring me goods so I can buy a better ship and go to Colonia? How about a reverse gank? I can try.
Yeah, you can see.
Reverse gank me, bring me goods.
See if they can chase you down.
No.
Jack Little says, I hear music when Stephen dances. I do in my head. When I start dancing, I'm just like, I want 2, 3, 4.
Well, this is the thing. I don't think open is a risk. Like, obviously, you play any game with other players that has PvP enabled, essentially, and you will run into people with guns. And no, in this hauler, I ain't getting away from them. So it's kind of shooting fish in the barrel, but I liked playing open because quite often I will run into other players and we will have a nice little chat about stuff.
Yeah.
And then off we go, back off on our way.
And that's it. I mean, it is part of the game. I normally, when I first started, I played in open quite a bit, and it's just, you know, it's just a different way. It's the way, different way I play. But sometimes I want to play. I like to play solo just because I want to chill and collect some stuff and get some stuff. So yeah, it was an advert. The fish song was an advert from Live Radio, and I don't know if I've got it.
I'm just ending up thinking of.
I've got pink custard. That's a good one. It's this one, right? So I can put it on.
How about you tweet it out afterwards?
Oh, I can put it on here, but what I would ask everybody, if they turn their, I'll give you a couple of seconds to turn your audio down because it will come in, it'll come full blast, and I'm going to try and get it straight away, but I just don't want anybody to deaf. So please, you have a 5-second warning of getting your thing, mate.
Niblet says it's terrible that I entered through the red side. Oh, hello.
You're going to have to.
I never dock as I'm meant to.
Okay, I'm going to quickly see if I can do this. So if I can drop this in here, and then immediately.
On the far side of the
that should be
bubble,
playing now. We just won't hear
on the
it.
dark side of an airless moon, on the slightly more interesting side
the
of a
fish.
ravine,
No, this is
Okay.
what
There
happened
lived
Thursday.
Certainly.
the
yeah.
engineer.
There were some great adverts on those as well.
The engineer can make your lasers more powerful. Your engines
If you
speedier.
listen to this on Does, it's amazing. If you listen
And
to
your
the
gas
it's amazing.
tank.
What they do is so much
Really,
It is a good time.
really big.
What do you want?
I want fish.
Wait, what? That's right, fish!
Oh, they do want fish.
Shove, jack, loach,
This is the dance, isn't it?
monkey, prickleback, soul, snook, snake, tang, wahoo, wabagum, banjo, banga, snook,
Gotcha.
soul, shad, scat. Come on by with the long-nosed cat.
Okay.
Little fish, nibble fish, northern squad. Hooma, hooma, nooka, nooka, wappa, wappa.
Let's,
What
uh,
about sweet
Good times, good times.
Why the
Yeah,
hell
that's
not?
what I'm
Thanks.
Yeah, so that was
done.
the. To sum up, that was basically kind of what we did on Thursday. It was a lot of fun. Great stream. The guys were phenomenal.
That's so comfy.
And I was so happy to have that. Super Alex says cringe. It's a bit of fun. It's just a bit of laugh. It was good fun. I enjoyed it.
It's only cringe if you do not hold laughter in your heart.
Yes, exactly. I like how Blip says alcohol, chain smoking, and greedy engineers.
They can be a bit greedy, to be honest. Like, some of them ask you to deliver just tons of cigarettes and all sorts of things. Like, one of them just wants brandy. It's like, come on, guys.
Besieger one says, "Are you on PC?" She is. You gotta try and find it.
I'm a what?
Are you on PC?
Of course I am, Besieger.
Of
You
course.
have found me and killed me a couple of times before.
Good cut there. Thank you.
Goodness sake, this has happened.
I've got some skills. So guys, let us know what you've been doing in Elite Dangerous. What have you been doing? You can tell us what you're doing at the weekend. You can tell us anything. Tell us how you're surviving the storm.
Yes.
You huddled up. Hope everything's okay. So Morbit says that, sorry to hear that you're leaving Paige. Where are you moving to? So again, we'll just rephrase that. Just so you don't have to say it, like go watch Paige's Twitch for after when she leaves. She's staying and for the 24-hour live stream, which will be
Yes.
on the 21st, which we are raising money in tandem with Games Blast 20
Yep.
for special effects. So please stick around to check that out. It will be Paige's last stream
It
for
will.
24 hours, and she will be exhausted.
I very much will do, but I'm very much looking forward to it.
Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. These live streams are very taxing mentally, and we do a lot of prep beforehand. So we have been working so much on putting all of this together because
Yep.
it is for a good cause and putting these prizes. So we have the auction going on right now, which is a great opportunity to get bespoke stuff and dinner with the devs and things like that. And it's a really good cause to do it for.
Right, put on some pink. There we are.
Alec John Turner says, yesterday I was playing Beat Saber and put my fist through the ceiling chandelier.
Oh, no.
Glass everywhere. Wife not 100% impressed by my Jedi skills.
No, that's problematic, that is.
You should probably just tell her that you're thinking about redecorating. You don't have to say it was video game's fault. Just say, I was thinking about changing that.
I mean,
so.
having the VR headset on might make it slightly more obvious. Right.
MTV said, "Hi, I just started ED and I know nothing, but it's awesome. It is
to
awesome.
hear that.
Glad to hear it. If you need any help, advice, or anything like that, please watch some of the videos that we're doing to get to know a wee bit about the community. But also, you can head over to the Galactic Academy, which is on Discord.
Yeah.
And also, there's some ED tutorials, edtutorials.com, and it has got a group and Commander Exegius who put great tutorials together. We also have phenomenal YouTubers who go on and explain loads of things about the galaxy. There's just so many of them. I don't want to name them all because I don't want to name any favourites, but there's great groups to join who can help it out. Commander Thatchino says 6 Nations, so Saturday was boozy. Yeah.
Oh, Blue Screen of Death issues. Have
Blue Screen
fun
of
with
Death, that's not good.
those.
Yeah, I watched the 6 Nations. I was not too impressed, to be honest. I'm quite upset with myself. Well, not myself, my country, my team. Oh no, Gastrium said, I opened my fridge and sent 2 litres of thick soy sauce on the kitchen floor.
Why did
all
you
for
have
this
2
one,
litres
all
of
for this
soy?
one. I have a lot of soy as well. It's really
2
good for cooking.
litres?
That's quite a lot, actually, to be fair. Yeah, so it's very, very different. It's very, very difficult when that happens when you drop soy sauce, but 2 litres is a lot.
I mean, you might as well just paint the floors like brown at that point.
More bits says, have you seen any of Exegius's RP live streams when he role plays as a pirate? I have not. I need to check them out. There's so many things. You guys do so many amazing things that I try and watch as much as I can from everything. And if you have any recommendations, please let me know because I will watch them. I like to watch the Burr Pit when that comes out in the news.
Burr Pit is always good.
It's always good.
Go. Ugh.
Yeah. So what else is going on in the chat?
Oh, Hauler. You're so small.
Oh, Holler, where are you doing? Have you got anybody found you yet?
Yes, they have, but they're currently still behind me, so I'm just jumping this way.
Yeah. And remember, be nice to Paige.
No, it won't happen.
She's leaving soon. Help her out.
It's fine. You can kill me. Go for it.
So we've got an update on the soy sauce fiasco.
Oh no.
So Gastrium bought a fancy exotic soy sauce that was terrible, and they were just too lazy to throw it away in time. So it basically knew that you didn't love it, so it sacrificed itself.
Oh no. A hit has been placed on me. I'm in a hole.
Yes, this is Colin. That's a good stream. Colin Ford. El Scorpio scared Will so much he couldn't sleep. He actually was terrified.
Well,
and I was
Scorpius?
tempted. Yeah, like because he's got the voice changer. So he's like,
Oh, he do.
you. And I was tempted to like get one of them and then stand outside and shout at him. We Italians want the Italian language in game. Let us know again. We'll pop up again if you go to the issue tracker and actually put it on as an issue. We can see that we can then communicate that to the team, but we will pass that information on to the team because I am also aware that there is some Portuguese people that want Portuguese in the game as well. There's a lot of different speakers that want to get into the game, so obviously we'll look into that and pass that information on to the team.
Yeah, no, I don't tend to have a lot of soy sauce. I have things like Worcester and all that.
I have soy sauce. Soy sauce is really good. I like to make a lot of my meals right now are meat, rice and veg. So I try and spice it up sometimes, make myself a wee Chinese so I don't go to the shops. Is it open or private server? Asks Prixandros. It is.
It is currently open.
Open. She's being chased down.
They're hunting me.
Light or dark soy sauce? I go really dark.
I always do go with dark when I need it. I have spotted a person. It's about to get spicy.
So yes, Blip says Sagittarius Eye is an amazing publication about elite stuff too. It is.
Yes.
Sagittarius Eye. They have. Whoa, come on, you can do this.
Give me a minute. Nope. Throttle down. Submit to interdiction.
Yo, let's see what's going to happen here. Again, they are fantastic. They have an online podcast and an online PDF version of the magazine that they bring out with the updated news and game and some more stuff as well.
Oh no! You are hitting a hauler. How dare you?
Oh, are you getting? Oh, there we go. 3, 2. So, if anybody asks, why don't we do open? This why, and this is fun. It's fun, but there are some great players in this game who would just they just cut through us like butter, butter.
There we are. Well, that's the thing. I'm using a completely unmodded hauler. But I mean, you could sneeze on it and it'd break.
So Super Wax says, Release to Horizon was 1 year. Horizon's 2, question mark, question mark, question mark, 4 years and counting. That question mark, question mark, question mark. We'll update you with any information as soon as we get it. That's what I've got for that.
But there is a major update coming this year.
There is a major update coming this year.
Yeah.
Worcester sauce on cheese on toast. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, I actually.
Small amount.
A small amount. I've tried it once.
And
I did
before
like
the
it.
cheese melts, otherwise it just falls off because it gets greasy.
It's dodgy. We're talking about food again. We need to stop this.
Stop that.
See, I told you guys. Come on, Umbra Forage. Stop us talking about
Right.
food, please. This is not good. We need to stop
So-
talking about food. I don't like this. And there's a couple of people that are waiting for Polish in the game as well. Again, we'll pass that on to the development team. Thank you for letting us know.
Ooh.
I want to see American in the game. Just American. Not just as this. I want to see
like
American
an
in the
American,
game. Just
or-
an American.
Right, I'm going to pick all these up because I can't fit them currently, but I'm going to come back and get these in a minute when I've got more cargo space. Because there's like 4 going to the same place. That'll get me like 1 million.
Yes, and Films by Nick, they also do regular video documentaries too. Sagittarius, I do also do video documentaries too.
Nope, I don't want to get stuff for you. I just want to deliver things.
Blip says, will we ever get an Iron Man mod? Not I'm aware of right now. There's no news on that. It might change in the future. Yeah.
Cool. Right.
So
Aha, another one.
okay, good night, Super Alec. Enjoy.
Have a
your
good
sleep.
nap.
Have a good sleep. So XXX and Fami XXX says, when is the 24-hour stream? The 24-hour live stream will begin at on the 21st of February at 12 p.m. UTC.
Yeah, next Friday.
Next Friday, and it will conclude on the 22nd, which is the Saturday, at 12 p.m. UTC. We're going to be very tired. It's going to be very fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Okay.
Yeah, emergencies only. Yeah, that one, why not?
Okay, so Smoky Game says back to Sidewinder out of ideas. Why are we back to Sidewinder?
We're back to the Sidewinder because I have 4 accounts at various stages, and essentially what I like to do before sort of new updates and things like that for Elite Dangerous is reset my account, see how far I can get. My favourite part of the game is the early game. I actually like having little baby ships and sort of like running around getting some credits and going from there. So
Little baby ships.
yeah, it's basically just how I like to play essentially.
It's not a bad way at all.
Yeah.
How many munchie boxes fit inside a fleet carrier? If nobody knows what a munchie box is, do you know what a munchie box
No, I
is?
don't.
So a munchie box is something that you would either get out of like a chip shop, and basically it would come with like a variety of like doner kebab, chips, there's stuff, and it'd be like a kind of pizza box. It's very unhealthy. I did not partake in many as a child, but some people loved them, and they're really good for like sharing meals.
Okay.
And it would be like kebab meat, it would be like chips, get some like salad with it, you'd get all the kind of stuff that you'd get in a chippy, some like chicken and stuff like that. And all that.
Okay.
So it would be a selection of greasy madness, and that would be, stop talking about food please, I'm starving. Let's have a go. So
You're the one talking about it.
no, it wasn't me. It was Rubber Nick. Let's see. So yeah, Shanari says, am I saying that right? Shanari.
I normally Shan.
Shan. I know. I just like to say it. I like to say it in the right way. Shan says munchie boxes in Scotland contain nothing but fried anything.
Yeah,
And
just
that's
fry the
true.
box.
I would eat it. No, I wouldn't. no, it's
Well, it's better
yeah.
than what's inside,
It
so.
is. It is. It's fried. So yeah.
Cool, right.
So we have 5 minutes left to go.
That's all right. I'm
on our
currently
live stream.
just... Well, I got blown up, so my face is a bit mangled, and I had to have a robotic eye put in.
That looks very.
So we just...
Do you like to do a wee bit of kind of role playing when you're in your elite?
Sometimes. I do with a bunch of games. But essentially, I just noticed that I was still using the default. So I was like, okay, we'll make a little character for me to fly around with. It's looking a bit like Tom Holland.
It does quite look like Tom Holland, to be
It's
honest
Tom
with you.
Holland with
I was
purple
thinking
hair.
that. E-Pilot 007, yes, you can beat a munchie box.
Yeah.
I do. There was one great munchie box that I had to pop for again very quickly, and it was in Glasgow, and it was a salt and chili one from the Chinese. Brilliant.
I'll have to, next time I go to Edinburgh, I'll have to find a chippy and see what's going on.
So Blip says, I remember reading at the start of Elite about damage modelled into our characters when we rebuy cyborg parts, etc. Is this still a book on the still? We have no information on that at the moment, but again, it might change in the future.
Still in the books. I'm not actually.
Yeah,
I'm not
aware of that.
entirely sure.
We can definitely look into it for you. I have no information on it, but I can look in and ask about it. That sounds good. So Thachino also says, yeah, I've got a second account for Sidey only. The regular restarts is great. I think it's quite nice to restart again. So many things are going on because I know when you're at a certain part in the galaxy, it's very different.
Yeah, I mean, every single time anytime I play anything where I can have like a roleplay character, I will have so many accounts. Just so many. Yeah. So many. Like, my Elder Scrolls Online, like 15 characters. It's crazy.
I get frustrated and bored, and then just get they all look the same.
Oh, no. I spend literal hours creating new characters.
Is there any sort of roadmap for what's coming up? There is on the forums. We have we've announced not necessarily a roadmap, but our plans for the year of what's going on. So if you can head over there and you can check that out. Morbit says, I thought you were only allowed one account. You have an account.
I have.
You have 4 accounts.
4 on PC and 1 on PS4.
Yes.
Yes. But essentially, so I think what they're asking is, thought you're only allowed 1 per sort of login. Yes, so you have 1 account per login because it's all linked back to our servers. But you can have as many as you would like. You just need to have a different login for each.
Yep.
Oh, look, a nice little cat eye there. Over there.
So I think that's your Tom Holland character.
Yep, there we are. Tom Holland is. Let me just save that.
Save it.
Good job, Tom.
Good job, Tom. Good job, Tom.
All right, this is Tom Holland,
Tom
my pirate. I mean, she. Oh, hold on. Oh no, I'm pressing all the buttons.
When are we likely to see the next featured commander stream? So we just had a featured commander stream. If you missed it, it is on our YouTube channel, which you could go and check it out. And it was featured commander with the Lave Radio.
Yes.
But obviously in the future we will change that, update it. We're constantly coming up with ideas and different putting the streams together for the next couple of months. So maybe in a couple of weeks, couple of months, maybe come and go on.
And then this Thursday.
And then this Thursday, I was just getting into that. I was segueing into that point. This Thursday, come with us at 7 p.m. UTC on YouTube, Twitch, and hopefully Mixer.
As long as it's working, we'll do our best.
Restream. If not, it'll definitely be on the other 2 channels. 7 p.m. UTC, where Paige and myself will be doing a galactic intern with the Anti-Xeno Force.
Yes. Well, the Anti-Xeno Initiative.
Sorry, Initiative. I don't know why I wrote Force down. The Anti-Xeno Initiative. That was the mix-up. I wrote the wrong one down. So Initiative. So we spoke to the guys, and we're going to go and go look for some bugs to hunt.
We're going to
scout out for them to see what we can
enough.
get, and then they're going to show us how it's done. If you don't know that group, they're a great group on Discord, the Anti-Xeno Initiative, and they're really into hunting down bugs and taking down and all the incursions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So please come check us out at 7 p.m. UTC.
Yes, on Thursday. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody.
Thank you.
There we are. I've been blown up, but I also managed to complete my mission, and I've picked up like a million's worth of others. So net gain, I think, there. Because actually, all that happened was you blew me up and put me in the station I wanted to be in. Good job.
We're winning, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you Thursday.
Right, see you in a bit. Bye.